Let us now read some of the statements made by Doshi. Wonder at its immensity. Wonder and its immensity. Wonder at its immensity. The visual scale ranges from microscopic to the mighty. The visual scale ranges from microscopic to the mighty. Little changes in the environment can have big repercussions. Little changes in the environment can have big repercussions. Take care of small things. Big things will come into place. Take care of small things. Big things will come into place. What a difference a day makes. What a difference a day makes. These sayings clearly indicate the kind of experience that the author has undergone and his powerful words. So, what shall we find with the help of such research? We'll be able to see the wonder at its immensity everywhere. Second thing, visual scale ranges from the microscopic to the mighty. So there are scopes to investigate, to do a research, to explore many things, from smaller things, organisms, to bigger creatures. Then little changes in the environment can have big repercussions. Little changes. That's why the author has proceeded to Antarctica region just to reveal the truth to the entire human race. Little changes. The effect in any corner of the world will also impact the other side, other continents also. Then take care of small things. Take care of small things. Either it can be water bodies or plants or small organisms or fishes. Then the big things will come into place. Impact can be seen widely. Then what a difference a day makes. So what a difference. Everything goes well. Everything really brings us a complete satisfaction, a pleasure. That is possible only by taking a complete research on the world's coldest, windiest place in the world. The first part of the text talks about how did the author carry his research with the help of the research vessel called academic Shokalski. Academic Shokalski. It means the strengthened ship. It is made of steel. So this helps to proceed the journey even in the toughest weather conditions. And when he started his journey from North Equator in Madras, he had to cross 9 time zones, 6 checkpoints, 3 bodies of water, and many ecospheres. And further, he says he took nearly 100 hours in various communication modes, transportation modes. And after witnessing the beauty of the Antarctica, what he felt, it's full of relief, happiness, without any kind of disturbances or any kind of hindrances. He says the uninterrupted blue horizon was relief, followed up with an immediate and profound wonder. The wonder is not limited to any particular building or place, full of the entire continent itself a wonder to the author. Wonder at its immensity. He says, wonder at its immensity. So the earth, and the entire human race really needs to know about its beauty. And why should we really make a claim that the global warming makes a big impact in the Antarctic region? Let us read further. To carry or to proceed such a pleasurable journey, one should really have incomparable experience. They need greater assistance and undersea specialist. At least one should have known the polar history, especially the 50 years of experience navigating geographies, and above all, traveling or flying to Juam, Argentina, Argentina, and then moving to Antarctica with the help of a special cruise called the End of the World. And especially travelers have to consider the summer time, November to March, for such journey. And South America is the closest country to the Antarctica. Like Antarctica regions, many more places are there in Amazon also. And through this, one will be able to learn many things. Okay. Now we are going to look at how the part of history is involved with the region. Here the author talks or traces the history of mankind, especially history of the earth, to give such note. By that he has come with some concluding remarks. What are they? In what manner he has made such claim or such remark? Let's see. According to the author, nearly 650 million ago, a supercontinent called Gondwana was formed. It moves from west to east, covering the Antarctic region. These factors really kept the Antarctic region always under cool conditions. And by studying these factors, the scientists were able to form certain opinion about the existence or the presence of carbon and the extinction of certain organisms also. And the author has also pointed out how India was the country's geographical positions. India was pushing northwards and jamming against Asia to form Himalayas. So these changes might have made greater impact to the entire world after several million years. So by studying this, the author was able to come to a conclusion, and he was amazed to look at these facts. So from the beginning, he started collecting the evidences. He started thinking about geographical locations and its position, and what might have been the reason behind unique climatic conditions unlike the other parts of the world. And he says that the chilling prospect is due to all these factors only. And he also says the place is not witnessed by any human beings, or the lack of human beings, the lack of certain trees, billboard buildings. According to him, he says it lacks or it loses earthly sense of perspective every time. Even when humans make bigger effort to visit, it's not possible for anybody to stay over there for long. And the author lists that organisms like midges, mites, icebergs were only present in the Antarctic region. And he could also witness 24-hour summer light. And now we are going to look at the other conclusions based on the human impact. We human beings started existing nearly for about 12,000 years. According to author, our presence in the earth didn't bring any good to the entire world. Instead, it brought several troubles, nuisances, and greater problems to the entire world in the name of human populations, fossil fuels, burning fossil fuels, emission of carbon dioxide, and that led to global temperature, increasing the average global temperature. The author didn't forget to mention about climatic change, what we are all talking in our own places. Always we discuss about global changes. When he makes a direct visit to such places, he firmly asserts, he firmly ensures that such conditions are really true and the impact will definitely bring a catastrophic effect to the world, especially the human population. And he clearly states that why Antarctica has been a better place to trace the history of human race because of its ice cores keep all the dead government continents under the Antarctica regions. It is in other words, the same place is also called dead continents. The dead continents, the govern, the govern the organisms and its presence under the such ice cores will give a greater scope to any scientist. Okay. Here we also find how such research is also assisted by a team of students, scientists, well-wishers and other members. Students on ICE program led by Geoff Green did another research just to study and involve themselves to bring out the original facts to the entire world, and that will also help us to study something, and that will give more ideas to the policy makers, and the future generation will also experience something good. Up to a level best, we have destroyed, we have spoiled the wonderful rhythm of the nature. But with such research, they believe that something will be done for our future generation also. And instead of involving older people, the head Geoff Green considers the younger one, because taking the people to such places cost several amount of money, and moreover taking them from one place to another will also troubled a lot. So to avoid such thing, he considered the students community as the best part of his research, and this the new understanding will also be developed with their knowledge and experience. After witnessing the ice shelves collapsing and all other attitudes, all other natural changes gave him a real impact, that to say that global warming is very real. Global warming is very real. Most importantly, the author has also talked about how the ocean's food chain is affected. Where there is a pollution, where there is a heat, the smaller or microscopic organisms like phytoplankton is also affected. If it is affected by such factors, then the entire sea creatures will be seriously affected. He also states that how these kind of smaller organisms helps the photosynthesis effect, and scientific reasons are also there to make such claim, because it leads to further depletion in the ozone layer also, further depletion in the ozone layer also, which will definitely affect entire marine creatures or marine animals. So he emphasizes the point that when we take care of such small things, we'll be able to preserve the entire world. Every smaller aspects need to be focused. Then only we'll be able to save the world. So there are several reasons to consider Antarctic regions and its entire atmosphere and environment in many ways. In the final part of the text, author narrates his experience by praising and by feeling proud about his deeds. He says that the best part of his journey occurred when their crews met a technical error and they were not able to move further. The Shukal's scheme had a problem, so that prevented them moving further when they reach a point, especially the wide stretch of the ice between Peninsula and Tadpole Island. So they were forced to walk on the ocean. And 52 people, the research experts, the panel, kitted out in Gore-Tex and glass, they walked on a stark whiteness, the vast whiteness. And while walking, they could really sense the utmost beauty of the Antarctic region. And they could also sense that 180 meters of living, especially in the salt water, where this gave him an impression that everything does indeed connect. Every small act, every small deeds will also make a big impact in the whole environment. So author concludes his speech. Author concludes his talk and sayings by mentioning 9 time zones, 6 checkpoints, 3 bodies of water, and many ecospheres. So the kind of effort, task that he has undergone has been again highlighted towards the end of his writing. This showed that he has done a very valuable and a significant research and journey, and that really gave him a wonderful experience. Now author poses a very significant question to all the readers, that in what way are we going to protect the entire world? Are we going to make the world like dinosaurs? Are we going to make our own human being and extend with our own actions and behaviors?